how's it going? Glad to see y'all. I'm Lindalyn. For those of you who don't know me, welcome to our hangout. We do this every Sunday night. Usually it is with Brent and Julie French, our Emerald Uplines, but they are still traveling back from DC tonight. Hopefully they are tuning in their car safely, of course. But we are glad to have everybody here with us tonight. Just to let you know a couple of things in the comment area below where you're seeing me here. You can comment questions, check in, tell us where you're from, things like that. We'd love to see, because we have a lot of teams on with us tonight that are not normally here. So we are happy to have everybody in place. I will stop on occasion and see who is on and say hey to everybody, as well as check out the questions there. Let me post a comment as a matter of fact, tell everybody to refresh their page so that if they aren't seeing me live, they can get on with us. Normally I have more than me here doing this, so if I hesitate around, you'll know what's going on while I'm doing this. Imagine that. I can't type and talk at the same time. That's one task I can't do. Okay, so like I said, a lot of our leaders are traveling back from Leaders Retreat tonight, today and tonight. And if you haven't heard, guess what? Convention is going to be in Vegas, baby. Who else is excited about that besides me? I am super stoked about it. But that is like going to be the super coolest thing. I did a convention out there probably 15 years or so ago with another company, and it was great fun. So I'm looking forward to it, because Plexus does everything way better than everybody else. Let me check the comments here, see if we are looking good and if everybody is seeing us live. Looks like we have a ton of people on, so yay. Looking good, everybody. Glad to see everybody from all over. We have 40 viewers, so that's looking pretty good right there. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get into the meat of this. I'm going to switch from you seeing me to a PowerPoint of the back office, so that you are able to keep up with everything I'm saying. I'm going to go over it fast, because we have limited time. I don't want to keep everybody here forever. But at the same time, this is going to be recorded. I'm also going to be putting some cliff notes into everybody's team pages, so that everybody will be able to have those step-by-step instructions that they can print out and easily reference back to. All right, so let's get going here. First of all, you need to register in your back office if you have not done that, for those of you who may be waiting around to do it. So how do you log into your EVO account? EVO to me is extra virgin olive oil, so that kind of cracks me up every time I read that. But anyway, EVO. You should have received an email back on October the 2nd, and that email included a link that we are going to show you guys right here. There it is. If you don't have that email still or can't find it, this is the link that you need to use to get to this page. Okay, then once you get here, if you have not registered yet, you need to go to where it says click here under pass the login, under register. There's two different things. There's ambassador as well as preferred customer. So make sure you click on the one that says ambassador. When you do that, you are going to see this pop up first, and you're going to want to fill in your ambassador number, your email address that's on file with Plexus, and your zip code. Once you get those things entered, you can click the continue button. The next screen that you will see is the registration field. You're going to need to click that you understand and agree to the terms of service box. The monthly EVO package is already marked for you. Scroll down and you're going to see a place where you can enter your username, a password, confirm your password. There are fields with red asterisks underneath that. That means those are required fields. Those are your address, city, state, zip code, those kind of things. Make sure that those are correct. That way you don't have any problems with shipments getting to you. Also, you are going to see places for your phone number, cell phone number, email address. You want to check your time zone. Make sure you have the right time zone there. I think they're all set to Mountain Time, so make sure you set it to whatever time zone you're in, and then click the Next button. And this is what your confirmation page looks like. On this confirmation page, you're just going to click on the bottom field there that says click here, and that's going to take you to where you go to log in. Once you do all of this prior to this, you're going to get 2 emails from the company. First one is a welcome letter with your password info on it. The second one is welcome to Plexus team. That includes your username, ambassador number, your replicated website. By the way, your previous website is going to forward to the new one. If it is not doing that, you need to email backoffice@plexusworldwide.com and let them know that. You're also going to find your sponsor information, their phone number, email address, and instructions on how to log in, learn more, and to set a meeting with your sponsor. These are the same emails that a new ambassador would get when they log in for the first time. So this kind of gives you an idea of what they're going to be getting or receiving from the company as well. All right, so now we're back to the login page. For you guys that have already registered, you know how to log in with all of that. This is going to take us to the dashboard, which is our home page, but it's called a dashboard with this company. The first thing we're going to see is this big box that pops up in the middle. It says welcome to EVO. This is going to continue to pop up here until you mark this box down here telling it never to come up again. But before you do that, if you haven't already, let's talk about a few things that are here that you can set up and what it's here for. First, you're going to click on the Setup Message Notifications. And for those of you who've already gotten rid of that box, that I don't need that, you can do the same thing and follow along with us by hovering over Communications and click on Notifications there in the first or left-hand column. All right, then we will all be on this page together. And you're going to choose how to be notified. Click this drop down arrow to choose how often to be notified. You can choose once a day, once an hour, every 6 hours. You'll see all of those there. Make sure the activities box is checked. If you want it to go to an email other than the one you have as your default email on your Plexus account, you can change to here. But it is going to make that your email on file. So make sure that that's what you want to change it to. All right. Also on this page in the Message Center, you can read messages sent to you by the company, by people on your team, people in your group. You will be able to set up particular groups for your team. Your upline can email you. You can go to your message history. The library and multimedia library are like the resources part from our old back office. Events, web meetings, and toll-free will be covered in a future training because they are not active yet. All right. All right, let's go back to our dashboard real quick, and I'm going to check and see if there are any questions that we have come up yet. So give me just a second. Nope, looks like everybody's good right now and checking in. Awesome. Okay, so back to here. We're back at that beginning page again. And next we're going to look at update your personal profile from here. So for you guys that have already gotten rid of that box, you can go to the drop down arrow right there beside your name and click on update personal profile. This is also where you log off, so if you guys have been looking for that and can't find it, that's where it is. All right, so next screen. You're going to have all of your account information here, address, phone number, all of those kind of good things. You're going to want to make sure that those are all correct, that you have, if you want to change your picture, you can change it from the Plexus X by uploading a picture there. Make sure that you check both of these boxes here underneath your emails, because you want to be able to receive information from both corporate as well as from your team and upline and stuff. So make sure both, or I suggest that both of those are checked. All right. Making sure I have everything there. All right, last thing on this box is you can post from here. If you have a new ambassador, this is a great thing to suggest for them to do, is to click on one of those and post their first Facebook Facebook post. It's an automated type post from the company, letting people know that they're now with Plexus. So it's a simple way for them to get started by clicking on one of those social media icons there. Then you're going to want to check that box. This is no longer, or got it, don't show me this notification anymore, and then you can X that box out and close it out. All right. Let's talk some basics on your dashboard. Personal volume. In the qualifications box, you will see a green button that shows your current PV, and you will click on it and it basically shows you the same thing right now. Just under that, you're going to see the backup or auto qualification order. If it is green, your auto qualification order is turned on. If it is red, it is turned off, and you will not get paid if it is not green. So remember, green is good. If you click on it, it's going to tell you how much your PV is on your backup order. A lot of this is very interactive and a lot of fun. Okay, how do you change your backup order? You are going to go over to the shopping tab and click on backup order. And by the way, did you know that you can have more than one backup order now? Pretty cool. We'll talk about that in just a second. All right, this box is going to pop up. It pops up for both ambassadors and customers about the return policy. You just want to check the I agree to this policy and click continue. All right, next page, there's a lot of information here. First at the top, you're going to see if your backup order is conditional or unconditional and the ship date. You can click on the edit button there if you want to change the ship date. Next, you're going to see your ship to address. You can click the edit button to make any changes. The next section to the right of that is going to be your file and payment information, or on-file payment information. You can click on the edit to change or add additional forms of payment. E-check is still available. You'll see that there. You can see that there's a place to send a confirmation of your order to an email. Over at the top right, there are two buttons: cancel auto ship order. Pretty self-explanatory. It's going to cancel the order you have up there. Add a new backup order. This is where you can add additional backup orders. If you want to change it from conditional to unconditional, you have to do that by clicking this. It's going to bring up a box that is going to do your have your products and everything in there, and you're going to be able to choose those. Also down here at the bottom, there's a scroll bar where you can scroll through products without having to change the pages. At the very top right in the gray box, you will be able to view your order total, add any promo codes, and choose shipping or pickup method. So if you're picking something up at one of the locations, that you can do that, you can choose that. Be sure when you make any changes, you want to click on Save Changes. Until you do that, it has not been saved into the system. Okay. All right, let's talk about placing a general order. Over at the shopping tab, you're going to click shopping cart. It's going to automatically pull up the products page. You'll be able to click on any product picture It'll walk you through adding it to a cart. You also have tabs up here at the top that group products together. Be sure and explore those because there are things that are grouped a little differently than they were before. There's also a search bar over there on the top right hand side. I could not find the Plexus shaker bottle the other day. I typed in bottle and it pulled up the bottles that we have. So that's a new addition. I really like that. So if you're in a hurry, you can just kind of type in what you're looking for. Once you finish adding things to your cart, you're going to click the checkout button. This is quite like any other online shopping that you've ever done before. Once you click that, it's going to look familiar. It's going to look pretty much like what we just did. The difference is you have the option to use your pay portal money here, which is like your e-wallet money from the previous back office. You can see it shows your pay portal balance on the right here at the top, or you can choose a payment that is on file, or you can edit that by clicking the edit button. If you use a payment method that is on file, you'll have to enter in your verification code or your 3-digit number on the back of your card. View your totals. Add a promo code over here on the right, choose your method of shipping or pickup, and then click checkout. As soon as you click checkout, that order is in the system. Your card has been charged. You are in the system to be shipped. So be sure that you are ready to check out when you click the checkout button. All right, let me check and see if we have any questions going on so far. Hang on just a second. All right, Trina says, what if you have a backup order but your button is red? How do you fix it? Go, just like we showed Trina, and delete the backup order that's in place and put a new one in. Make sure that you can click whether you want it to be conditional or unconditional when it comes to that. Okay, let's see if we have anything else here. All right, looking good so far. All right, let me figure out where I was and where to go next. All right, the last thing under the shopping tab is going to be order and package tracking. Can't even read tonight. You're going to click on this. I'm not going to pull it up because there's a lot of information that I couldn't get rid of, and I didn't want to put it on YouTube forever and have all those numbers out there. So basically, it pulls up a spreadsheet type layout that will list invoice numbers, the status of the order, whether it's pending, shipped, delivered, all those kind of things, the type of order it was, so if it was backup order, if it was a new order, shipped to, information, tracking number, so that you could track it, order date, ship date, how much PV it was, so on and so forth. You guys can look at that and look at all those things. By the way, speaking of tracking numbers, we do not have the capabilities to click and track customer orders yet, but that is coming. It is priority on their list of things to get done. So just so you know what's going on with that, just wanted to let you know at this point. Okay, let me get back to the dashboard. All right, let's talk about some of these boxes here. The center box is our training area. These are trainings that the corporation has put together. Right now, it is primarily to deal with the back office. I highly suggest you guys watching them. This was put together by InfoTrax, the people that developed the back office, so they really have a handle on what it's doing and how to train everybody on it. But in the near future, it is going to have training in there by our new corporate trainer for a new ambassador trying to get to silver, or a gold ambassador trying to get to ruby, step-by-step trainings and things like that. It's going to show you percentage complete. Team leaders, you guys can use this and challenge your new ambassadors or your gold ambassadors or whatever to watch certain videos every week, and they'll be able to track and see their completion on this. So this is going to be a very key area for us to move forward in the future with consistent training for everybody throughout the company. So this is, go ahead and get used to it now, and we're going to talk about it again a little bit. I'm going to tell you, watch the Hyper Wallet Pay Portal video. It's going to give you way more information than I can have time to cover tonight, and it's absolutely thorough. So if you haven't got all that figured out yet, please watch that. Okay, next, the box below that is where you're going to find your latest unread messages from corporate, containing announcements, updates. Like right now, there's a lot of the message every day about the accomplishments of what they've taken care of in the back office. You can get messages and see messages here from your downline, your upline, groups that you may have messaged will be replying back to those messages. Remember, we set up the how often you want to get those notifications. I think the further we get into this and learn how to use it and use it more often, then we are going to see the usefulness of this, as well as we're going to want to be able to get those notifications more often. That's my opinion. I can see it being huge in the future as we go forward. Okay, next, over on the top right is a calendar. Right now, this is not functioning a whole lot just because they've got other things they're dealing with. But when you hover over a date, a box will pop up and it will have a list of events for that day. You'll be able to submit your events to corporate via this area and add events to it. When you host a web meeting here in the back office, those will be seen on the dates here as well. So this is going to be something that's going to be more functional in the very near future. All right, the next box down is where you're going to see your new ambassadors in your organization. You'll be able to see who sponsored them, the date they joined, and more information. If you click on their names, it's going to pop up a box in the center that you'll see something similar in just a little bit, but you'll be able to see even more information about them. All right, let's get back to the meat of this. Where can I find my current customer orders? This was talked about in several group pages this week. Go to Reports and click on Member Summary. In the My Business box, on the bottom left, click on Customer Report. That will then pull up a spreadsheet that lists your customers' names, customer ID, email, phone number, whether they are retailed or preferred, the date they first purchased, if they are preferred, the date of their first auto ship, and the date of their next shipment. This will also be where you will find tracking numbers in the very near future. All right, other than customers, where can I find my new ambassadors? We talked about them being on the right side of your dashboard already. Other than that, you can go to Reports, click on Detailed Genealogy. All right, this is going to come up. You will click on the Format drop-down arrow. That will open up a secondary box, highlight enrollment date, then click on the Up button to the right. That will make enrollment date priority, and then click on the Update Report button over on the far right-hand side there. That will then reshuffle the report that has been generated so that the newest to join will be at the top of your list. You can use this box to sort and filter however you want to. If you move things over to the left-hand side from one box to the other, it's going to change how what things are actually shown in your report. So you can customize this however you want to. Again, this is going to be more functional in the future, but it is pretty cool right now. Pardon me, I had to get a drink of some Plexus. All right, let me check questions again real quick before I switch to the next page. Trina, what is the, oh, let me ask you this. It could be that, is this your anniversary month? Is it time for you to renew? I'm assuming your credit card is good. Is it past the date that you wanted your backup order to show? Those are some things that might take care of that. Otherwise, I will private message you afterwards. Diane, I think I covered yours question about where to find customer orders. I will cover that in just a minute, April, as far as where to see if her backup order is on or not. And that's true, Renee. It will be white if it's her renewal month. Yes, there are still promotional items in there. Click on those tabs or search it in the search bar, Belinda, if you're looking for something in particular. All right, I think that's everybody up to now. So let me get back over here to the Hangout. All right. And figure out where I am and what I'm fixing to do. All right, one more place you can find ambassadors, new ambassadors. Click on Member Summary. And in the Member Summary box on the right, click on, or you can see numbers beside new ambassadors. It will pull up a detailed report if you click on those numbers of who all are new. Then you can even click on those and get information about each one of those individually. Oh, let me go back to that page. Also on that report, you will see OV. That is organizational volume, in case you hadn't figured that out. That's how much money your entire organization has in PV at the moment, whenever you pull that up at that time. All right. All right, how can I tell if my ambassador has their auto qualification on or off? Go to Reports and click on Detailed Genealogy. And if the auto ship volume is 0, their auto qualification is turned off. Okay. They did get the greens and blues back on for us, so that we know who is active, who's new, who's inactive. So this picture was taken prior to that. But you can see that the zeros there means that their auto qualification is turned off, and that is under the auto ship volume column. All right. All right, under the member summary, one more thing. This is to find if number of active ambassadors. You're going to see your levels. The first column is the total of ambassadors for that level. The second one is the active ambassadors for that level. Again, both of those numbers are clickable, so you can click on them. It pulls up a spreadsheet, and you can get that info so that you can contact old ambassadors about possibly coming back and those kind of things. Okay. All right, let's do something a little fun. You guys have probably seen this already, but the graphic tree, to me, is going to be one of the highlights that these reports are going to do. I think it's the coolest thing. Of course, I can't imagine what Celeste's graphic tree looks like, graphic trees for both of her organizations, but I would love to find out one day for myself. Basically what this does is it gives you that graph with you at the top of the tree. You can see there that I've got it circled, even though, and they're color coded, so it's according to what color the graph at the top tells you, or the key at the top tells you what color each of those are, and everything for all of those. What is really cool is if you hover over any of these little people, it gives you the name of that person and a little snippet of their information, like name, rank, ambassador number, their PV currently, their overall team volume, If you click on that person, you get a pop-up box that gives you even more information. You can put a note in there if you want to contact them about something specific on a certain day. You can click on the message tab part of that. Just all kinds of cool things. In that pop-up box, you also have the capability of clicking a button that makes them the top node of the tree, so you can see just their organization and how things are going for them. Then you can see who is ready to advance next and those kind of things. So it's very, very cool thing that this is going to be able to work with us to help advance our teams and help our downline more. I love this part of it. Right now there's not a lot that is as functional as they intended to be, but they're getting the meat of everything working on it. All right, let me check one more time for questions because we are getting close to. How do we import our entire team? Christine, be more specific on that. Your entire team should be in your downline report already. All right, Monica, all of my ambassadors transferred to EVO except for one. I tried searching for her with her ID and it doesn't find her. I'm sure she will show up. Yes, please contact back office at plexusworldwide.com. Whether she's updated herself in the system or not, her information should have transferred over, unless she had emailed the company and said that she was done, if she was like inactive for a long time. So check that. Trina, let me email you or private message you and see if we can't talk through it on private message. Okay. Yay. Tana's got a new customer that she didn't realize that she had. Those emails too are going to start working again real soon. It's just a matter of getting all of this ironed out so that they have the capabilities of emailing us with new customers and new ambassadors. Right. Nicole says, I have a customer listed, but when I click on her name, it doesn't show an order. She may have signed in, but she may not have placed an order. Nicole, do this, because I've heard this a lot. Make sure you've signed out and signed back in. Before you do that, delete any cookies that you may have. For some reason, their computers are holding on to some stuff. So just check that, and if not, then I would email that back office at plexusworldwide.com. Don't you love the graphic treat on it? So cool. All right, Tracy, tell me what yours looks like. Meaning it was, and you may have to, I had on that, you've got to change how many levels it shows. So I had changed it to like 8 levels or something. So that could be it. You may not be seeing as far down as you actually have if you don't change those down. You can also change the node size and the tree type and things like that. So play around with it. That's one thing too, you guys. I'm gonna tell you, I learned even more by making this PowerPoint for this than I did just by messing around with it a little bit. When you dive into it and you're trying to find something, you really learn a lot more from it. Okay, let's talk about commission summary. It is not a lot of information there yet, only because last month was processed by the old company. But you'll have a graph so you can track if you're going up or down or staying the same in your commissions. You also have the regular reports that have the what you made commissions or pay points on and all that kind of stuff. Those will all be in there within the next couple of weeks, all the way back to January of this year. That's the reason why they said print anything you need before the 2015. 2015 will be imported into the system. So those will be there very shortly. So just keep an eye out for those. All right. I mentioned the pay portal and watching the video. This is where you get to the pay portal to set all that up if you haven't done it. Your basic information, if you had an e-wallet, that was transferred the same way over to the pay portal. And if you had a direct deposit, that was transferred over. If you were getting your money on a Plexus prepaid card, then you need to get a new one of those. So make sure, you guys probably received an email about this back the end of September, beginning of October. Go look for that email about the pay portal so that you can follow all those instructions. Also, that video in our training area about the pay portal is just absolutely essential to watch. There's a lot of stuff that I could go over, but I can't show you guys it. Pulling up my stuff, it would give too much information for me to have to black out and all that kind of stuff or change. So if you will watch that video, that'll be the best thing for you on that. Okay. With that being said, this is the basics of how to get you through what you need to do. I appreciate you guys being on with me tonight. I think I said, but I'm not sure, I'm going to be adding the Cliff Notes to all of the file sections in the groups that are on, that I know that are on tonight. So I will be adding those in. This is being recorded. I will also leave a link for this recording for you guys. We will be training on this as often as we need to. As soon as some of the other things come online, we will do specific trainings on those. So I will be sure and let you guys know that. Cheer Squad guys, you guys have Rachel that you can lean on. I know that she's got it down pat as well. And if you have any questions, you can always ask them here in the comments area of this particular place, or when I upload the file, you can always ask questions there for both me and then your other uplines and everything to do. This is no different, you guys. I just want to tell y'all, this is y'all, I know that we're getting some people that are frustrated with the challenges of this. We are at the point to where we are like a major corporation, and it's no different than the new credit card, the chipped credit cards that are being used. They had to do a big changeover October 1 for the processing of credit cards. If they have the little chip thing in them, they are supposed to have new chip card readers at all of these department stores and everything that are out there. They had to retrain all of their employees once they got the software in place. And you know that there were bugs in it because there's too many terminals in all of these stores across the nation and the world for there not to be. So we're getting to that point where our company is getting up there like the big dogs. And we are, you know, having to go through these things with them and learn some new stuff. I'm going to tell y'all, this is fantastic. This back office is here to grow with this business for a while. I've been through, this is my third back office change since I've been with the company, not quite 4 years. And there's been growing pains every time, and it ends up being worth it in the end, and you get used to it. Nobody likes change. We're creatures of habit, and we'd like to keep things the way they are because it makes life simpler. But if you never challenge yourself, you stay in the same place. So thank goodness that Plexus is kind of giving us a little challenge and getting us to learn a little bit and use our brain a little bit more, because it's going to make us better in the end. So I appreciate them doing that. You know, Plexus hired this company, InfoTrax, to do this, and they are #1 in the industry for what they do. So Plexus didn't take it lightly when they interviewed and decided who to use. So they got the top of the line for us, as they always do. And it's only $34.95 a year. They're not charging you $20 a month like a lot of the other companies do, or whatever it may be. And you have a website that has all the bells and whistles like any other major corporation would pay big dollar for. So just hold on. I know it's frustrating on some of it, but I promise it's going to be worth it in the end. All right, let me go back over here and check for any questions. Okay, Ruth, you have an ambassador that has not received their order, or since it was ordered on the 5th. I tell you, the first week of October, there was a lot of mess ups on orders. I want to make sure that they've contacted customer service about that and make sure that it is actually out to be shipped. It may be lost in the system. So make sure that she calls customer service on that. Yes, hold time is long, but they need to make sure that it's tracked properly. All right, Jill, pay portal. If we were getting 50% deposit in e-wallet and 50% to direct deposit, how can we do that with the pay portal? It's automatically been set up that same way this time for you, Jill, if that's what you were having done before. So that should be correctly done for you. For those of us who weren't having anything put in the e-wallet, we're having to wait to be able to start doing that. Let me give y'all a little snippet. You'll see it in the video that they have. Eventually, and they're looking into how the way this is going to work, and I'm super excited about this. I don't know if any of you guys give discounts, sometimes to new customers or to ambassadors signing on. You will actually be able to generate a coupon code and use money out of your e-wallet that will pay that part of the coupon code for them, which is huge, huge, huge. Very excited about that. It'll be the first of the year before we see that actually show up. So that's pretty cool. All right, what else do we have? I think that's about it. Oh, how do you upload a picture to for your profile? Jill, that is actually where you update your profile. You'll see it on the right hand side. On mine, it's looking a little cut off, but there's a green button that says upload. If you'll click on that, you'll be able to go into your computer and upload a picture. Okay. Oop, my page just refreshed. All right, let me see here. I think that's it. All right, yeah, I'll keep going through here and seeing if there are any new questions, and I will answer them here. If I need to private message you, I will. So I appreciate everybody being on. I took a little more than our normal 30 minutes, but we're here most every Sunday night. So if you guys ever want to join us again, you can use the same link. It's the same link every week at 22s.com/Lindolin/Posse training. All right, guys. If I don't see you before, I'll see you in Vegas. Bye, y'all.